All right, what is going on, guys? So I am about to hit a leg day at Metroflex Jefferson, and this is a place that I frequent every once in a while. I was actually out at my grandparents, which live out this way, and celebrating my grandma's birthday actually. So I ended up coming out here, this gym is about 40 minutes from my house, so I don't normally make it out here, but since I was out this way, like I said, visiting my grandma, I thought I'd get a leg day in and enjoy some of this equipment and check out this sweet gym. So yeah, I'm about to get it in, and I'm gonna run you guys through the workout, either do a commentary over the top or kind of talk in between and explain the workout. So hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get to it. And one more just quick note, this is actually going to be a workout from my new Anklam Method 6-week program. You can buy this program on my website. There's actually a 20% off discount right now, so it's pretty cheap. If you're looking for a structured routine to either help you with cutting or bulking, it can work well for either of those. And it's a 6-week program that you can run multiple times with deloads in between, and everything is included with that as far as how to actually implement those deloads, what deloads are, when you should throw them in, how to throw them in. It also comes with my Nutrition 101 ebook, which is great because you can kind of combine them together to be able to get a lot of good results from just one program. So anyways, if you're looking for the workout and you're looking to get more workouts like this, check out my website and you'll be able to find it there. All right, guys, so just jumping into things right away, the first two movements that you're seeing here are really nothing more than some activation movements, really to get the quads activated as well as the hamstrings, as you're seeing here. And I'm really just doing a few sets, really doing nothing more than getting the blood flowing a bit to those legs. You don't want to really gas yourself here, you don't want to really tax yourself too much, but just getting things flowing, kind of including this in my warm-up as well. So that's after I did my dynamic stretching. There's a video on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. But after my dynamic stretching, I was able to then hit those and feel really good going into this first main movement here. So as you saw in the beginning, I was mentioning that this isn't a gym that I always get to, but when we do, I really like to hit legs here because of this machine. So this is a really nice hack squat machine. It's something that you don't really see at most gyms, and so I substituted in my barbell squats that I would normally be doing for this machine. People always ask, you know, how to substitute both of those in, like should I do barbell, hack squat, leg press, you know, what works best. I really don't think there's a, you know, what works best overall. It's going to be what works best for you, and it also what works best for you at that specific time based on what your goals are, you know, what your preference is, all that sort of thing. So if you're just a bodybuilder specifically, I think there's a benefit to using all of the variations. Right now I was typically doing a 2-leg day sort of style of split as far as legs, and I was able to do my barbell squats and then my hack squats on my second day. So the barbell squats were my main movement on my first day of the week, and then when I hit more of a hamstring focused day where my main movement was actually RDLs, I was hitting a hack squat variation later in that workout. So hopefully that makes sense, but essentially I think there's a place for all of those types of variations. It just depends on a lot of things, you know, your goals, preference, all that sort of thing. But I definitely think there's a place for all of those in a proper hypertrophy driven training split. You know, of course, if you're a power lifter, you're going to need to be throwing in the barbell squat because it's mandatory. But if you're a bodybuilder, you're after muscle growth, or you're someone who's just a general population sort of athlete where you're just training to get better in terms of, you know, how you look, how you feel, hit PRs in the gym, it's not as crucial as far as, you know, needing to barbell squat or needing to do anything really. There's many ways to go about things when it comes to building muscle specifically. So anyways, I digress a little bit here. As you were seeing, after we got into things, we were doing a hack squat and we were doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. So as you can see, Amanda here is also doing the hack squat with me. We switched things up a little bit later in the workout as far as what we were doing, but we start out together doing the exact same thing, and 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps here, like I mentioned. I really like this angle because it shows you, you know, the ability to stay upright and keep your spine healthy through this movement, which I really like. That's one of the big things I like about the movement, is the ability to keep the fatigue from your low back, you know. So even with the best form on barbell squats, your low back definitely takes a little bit more fatigue compared to a hack squat variation like this. So as far as our next movement, we moved on to a lunge. So we did about 12 reps here each leg. so about 24 steps total, so a little bit higher reps than the hack squat. And this was something that we really like to focus on, so making sure we're moving through all rep ranges here, you know, getting a little bit higher reps in there, getting a little bit lower reps, and also being able to, you know, isolate each leg through a lunge like this is also really effective, especially after pretty much smoking those legs on the hack squat to start things out. So a little bit higher reps here definitely gets the blood flowing. And then from there, I moved on to a close stance, low stance on the platform as well, really targeting that knee flexion, basically really focusing on the quads. And I did 15 to 20 reps here, so a little bit higher reps even, and really focusing on a good stretch and really squeezing at the top. A little bit higher reps, so definitely got burning a little bit, especially after the hack squat and the lunges. So it was definitely, I was feeling it at this point. Then I wanted to switch over to the hamstrings a little bit, target those and isolate those a little bit more. And they have this awesome single leg hamstring curl, which is standing. So I love this machine. It is awesome, feels so good on the hammies. And this was something that I did for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps each leg, since I was able to put the quads through, you know, that 8 to 10 rep range, that 10 to 12 rep range, and then the 15 to 20. Kind of want to do the same thing for the hamstrings and the posterior chain in general. So really, really like this machine. Like I said, you can really drive that thigh into the pad, the front of your thigh that is, and then really focus on keeping, you know, that heel driving right up to your butt as you're squeezing through the hamstring. And you can definitely see, you know, the work it's putting through on those hammies in the video here. So this is kind of where Amanda did a little bit differently, accessory work, a little bit different accessory work than I did. So as you just saw, she did some goblet squats there, and she's supersetting that with a dumbbell RDL. So dumbbell goblet squat and then a dumbbell RDL. And she did 4 sets of 12 reps here for each of these. And she really wanted me to emphasize that she's going a little bit lighter and really focusing more so on the squeeze and the stretch. And especially since she's doing a superset, you know, she's kind of sacrificing a little bit of weight, but also keeping the intensity a little bit higher, and really you don't need much weight after you've already done the majority of the workout. So that was what she was doing next. And then from there, I actually moved on to a leg extension. This is a funny clip. I'm like, oh, load up the leg, or the leg extension for me. Pick something you think I can do. And I'm like, oh, like, she can't even move it. Typical. But anyways, so that was what we moved on to next, and I did the leg extension for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps there, just getting a little bit more volume to the quads. And this is really, and also a different machine. You normally don't see, you know, that middle, I don't think this is chain driven, but cable driven leg curl anymore, or leg extension for that matter, either of them. It's usually not in the middle like this, and I'm not sure if it really changes things. I definitely feel like it does, but I don't know, I really enjoy this machine. It's definitely old school. A lot of these machines in here are super old school, so it's nice to see that they're still working pretty solid actually. There's some machines that, like that seated leg curl is a little rough to use, but most of these machines work pretty damn good and they feel pretty good. So it's cool to see how long gym equipment like that lasts and how useful it can be. But anyways, I also what you're seeing here is the leg curls, lying leg curls that Amanda did after her superset of squats and dumbbell RDLs. And then I finished off with a hamstring posterior chain really, so low back, glutes, and hamstring reverse hyper. So these are a great movement for, like I just mentioned, the low back, glutes, hamstrings, but it's also really good for your spine. So it's really great for deloading the spine, just the nature of the movement itself. It's actually coined by Westside Barbell Louis Simmons, and something that was made for powerlifters originally. But great movement, and feels really good as well. Then I finished up with these calves, and honestly I've been so sore since I did this. I haven't been training calves like I should be, and it's been brutal, to say the least, the last couple of days. I filmed this on Saturday, and it is now Wednesday, and my calves are still sore. So basically what I did here was just toes in, toes out, and then toes forward, 8 reps each. So 8, 8, 8, so what would that be? 8 times 3, 24 reps total, and I just did 2 sets there. So calves definitely took a beating on that standing calf raise. But anyways, guys, this is what I'm looking like currently. I'm weighing between 155 and 160. I'm 23 years old, and I've been training for about 6 or 7 years now. And yeah, pretty happy with how I'm looking. A little leaner than I'd like to be right now, but I'm not complaining too much. As the winter approaches here, I definitely want to put on a little bit more weight and bump up to that 165, 170 range and see how things look, see what lines I can hold on to, and go from there. But this is kind of the current physique. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this commentary. Let me know. And I know comments are turned off right now, and I'm not sure why, but I got to figure that out. But in the meantime, shoot me a DM on Instagram or shoot me a message on Facebook, and we can chat there. Please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And I appreciate you watching if you're still watching. And we will talk very soon. The next video you'll see will be at Lambeau, and then you'll see me out in Colorado. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Have a good one. Thanks for listening. Peace out, guys.